Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside of the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now they try the right side here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Here we go, folks. Watch it at 3.
Coleman. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second down, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, it's Allen. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Coleman now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 55 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fisher. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Oh, and now he bowls it. T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, 38 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Gun!
Allen looks to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now Newton. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to...
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Detroit! Detroit!
Motion.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he works free. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that's... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
All right, now, look Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They fake the give. Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Danielle Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go, fellas.
Off play action. Newton flushed out right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Gun.
To throw on second down is Newton. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 3rd and 2, Newton. He finds Coleman. There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Right back to him on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This is Richard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Again, it's Richard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Here we go, fellas.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Now the Bills will take another timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Niners on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They will run again with Coleman. And some strong running. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for San Francisco, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.